everybody. This your girl CC with WIB Magazine, and I have my co-host on the line with me. Hey, Mickey Monday, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, C?
I'm good. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, yes.
Well, we have a special guest on the line. We have my friend, one of my favorite DJs, Ms Eclectic.
Woo woo,
Hey,
that's
how
it.
are you?
I'm doing well. How are y'all doing today?
I'm good.
Good, good.
Good.
I want you to explain this name. How did you get this name, and what's the meaning behind this name here?
Well, a lot of people ask me that. Well, pretty much, I guess you could say the Webster's Dictionary version of eclectic is pretty much not following one system, but pretty much taking the best elements of all systems. So I don't like to be put in the box, whether I'm rapping, whether I'm DJing, whether I'm on the radio. So it's pretty much taking the best elements of myself and it's making them all one to be eclectic. And I think everybody's eclectic in a sense. I think everybody has some type of eclectic personality within them.
Okay, well, it fits you. It fits you really, really well.
Appreciate you.
So, what made you want to be a DJ?
Ooh, I think it started. I think I was a DJ before I knew I was a DJ. I didn't start DJing until after I graduated college. Shout out to Prairie View A&M University. But I think I was making mixtapes and not realizing people always ask me, can you make me a tape? Throw some CDs on a CD. So yeah, we compact disc back in the day. So it was like, make me a CD. So I'll make a CD, and I'm from Texas, so it'll be like UGK, it'll be like Jay-Z, and then on the end it'll be like a Clark sister song, and I'll be like, hey, I want you to be holy at the end. But I think I was making mixtapes not even realizing it. But after I graduated college, to be honest with you, after I got my first real check, I was like, what I'm gonna do about these taxes they taking out this check? I was like, I'm about to find me a side hustle. And I already love music. I come from a musically influenced home, so I've always been rapping all my life. So it just kind of came naturally. I'm in a music fraternity for women, so our brothers, a lot of them are DJs. I reached out to one of my DJ friends, or my DJ brothers. Shout out DJ M Squared. He taught me the techniques, got the controller, and the rest is history.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. So I was just gonna ask you a question because I heard that you're an MC and I am too. So are you more of like doing or do you do more like gospel or spoken word? Like what I would say what's your medium as far
Yeah,
as
it's
being an
mostly
MC?
gospel. Yeah, it's
Okay.
mostly inspirational and mostly gospel. I don't like to be put in a box, so like it's like urban gospel, inspirational. But yeah, in that vein for the most part.
Okay. Okay. And do you have
You
anything
MC
out?
too, huh?
Yeah, I do. I do. So
Oh, nah.
no, I'm more of a writer than a freestyle. I know people want it's
Same
always
here.
that
I'm the
moment.
same. Same here.
Yeah. Whenever you
Right.
tell somebody you're a rapper, you're like, or you're an MC or a lyricist, and they say, "Oh, rap on the spot." And you're like, it doesn't work like that. But
Yeah, right.
yeah. But do you have any projects out, anything that you can kind of route the listeners to, the viewers, so they can kind of see some of your talent away from the turntables?
Sure. I got a single out right now called "Love It." It's an ode to the old school, so it's an ode to all the old school '80s and '90s, baby. It's a little single out there. I'm working on an EP right now, but you can get the single. It's on all digital streaming platforms: Spotify, iTunes, all the above. So it's called "Love It." Now,
Okay.
Christmas in August, but Christmas is coming around as well. I got a
Yeah.
Christmas single out as well called Crimson Holiday. So it's on all streaming platforms as well. So definitely check out Love It. If you like old school 80s, 90s, that's your jam. You be like, hey. So yeah, that's you.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, now, I
I'm gonna
love
have
it
to check that
all. I
out.
love it all.
Yeah. So, just another question though, as far as turntablism, right? What would you say is your biggest gig thus far? The one that made you go, oh yeah, I you know I like it here. I like what I'm doing. I like the impact that I'm making.
Yeah. Oh wow. I'll have to say it probably was I'm from San Antonio. In San Antonio,
Mm.
we have the largest MLK march in the world. You talking like to 300,000 people. So I was fortunate to DJ that festival or that march, and it was amazing just to see how music impacts people. It's already inspirational time. We're celebrating MLK and what he stands for. So to see how your music impacted the listeners, it was great. So I think right then and there, I was like, oh, I love this. I love the stage. I love people dancing and jamming and people all, unified, all races and creeds. So I think that had to be an epic moment for me.
Okay. I could definitely see that. Yeah, that's a
that
hard.
sounds like a big one.
Yeah, you talking about stress.
Yeah.
I was like, Lord Jesus.
Right. Oh my goodness. So being a DJ, there are moments where people come up to the booth, right? And they start talking to you, asking you questions. What's the weirdest thing or like the most awkward thing you've heard being behind the booth and having somebody like make a request or whatever?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, I don't even know if I could name it like a most awkward time. Oh, you got some good questions. I don't know. It's been, I think a misconception for DJs, especially before they just started streaming and everything on like Serato. But before that, you literally had to have your music either on a hard drive, or if you didn't have access to the internet, you don't have access. So I think a big misconception is DJs have every song under the sun. So for me, I'm a female DJ, so it'll be some dude trying to holler. And then he'd be like, man, you ain't got that song from 1987. I'd be like, no, I don't, sir. I don't have it. It's 2015 or whatever date it is. No, I don't. All DJs supposed to have it. Well, sir, I don't have that. It's a great misconception. But I'm in a lot of crazy moments. I just can't name them all. But you always have people coming up to you, especially people who also DJ. One of another misconception I can say is my boyfriend would come with me to the gigs. They would always assume that he was a DJ and I wasn't. So that was always great times too.
Wow. They need that. I'm glad that narrative is changing though. Like as
it is now, it is. That was like when I first started. It really is changing.
Right. I'm seeing a lot more female DJs who are really doing.
I love it,
and I do too. It's great. I love to see the diversity in it, especially when they come together and they're able to, make a movement and spread positivity. It's a beautiful thing.
Yo, I absolutely love it. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And just to shift focus really quick, so I know you got a couple of things under your belt. You're a DJ, you're a lyricist, you're also a radio personality, and you do voiceover work, right?
All the above.
So, awesome. So can you kind of go into a bit of your voiceover work and what you do?
Sure. I really just started really getting into voiceover work. I have found a newfound love for radio, and then I started getting into voiceovers. So I started doing commercials. It's really probably flourished during the pandemic. You can't go out and DJ. You can only DJ online so much. There's only so many online events. So I was like, I got to think of something else to do, another stream of income. So I was like, oh, voiceover work. So I was like, okay. So I started doing like tax voiceovers. So I do commercials. I do DJ drops. I do it all. PSAs, all of the above. And it kind of goes hand in hand. It's not the same as a radio personality, but it kind of goes hand in hand because a lot of those things are on radio platforms like commercials. But, I do all the above. Whatever you need, I can roll with it.
Okay. That's right. She says whatever you need, she got you. But I want to ask you, coming from Texas and now being in Atlanta, what is the top 3 things you love about Atlanta so far?
Black people. No, I'm from San Antonio, specifically Texas. So San Antonio, we're about 6% African American, and it's probably been like that all my life. So I did live in DC for a few years. So I absolutely love, it is literally the Black Mecca. So I absolutely love it. It's like a business epicenter. So that's one thing I absolutely love about it, is seeing my people, seeing us thrive. I actually like the camaraderie here. I've done so much networking. I've only been here for a year, but I've done so much networking. Like I met you, CC, and you were like, I was like, you were very genuine. You called. Are you doing okay? How are you liking in Atlanta? People from other cities, they're not like that. They're like, hey, okay, call me when you need something, or I'll call you when I need something. But like genuine people, I've met a lot of genuine people here, and I like that about Atlanta. So that's probably number 2. Number 3 is the music scene. I love that everybody's a rapper. I ain't gonna lie, I love it. If I go to the beauty shop, the barber shop, Walmart, everybody's a rapper. And so I love it though, because I love everybody's spirit, and everybody's out here hustling, and it makes you hustle harder, and it makes you work harder to be successful. So I hate to say I love a city and I've only been here for a year, but I absolutely like it a whole lot.
Okay, well, good. And thank you for the compliment too, because I think you're a genuine person too. And you always been a great supporter, been to all my events. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Most definitely. I'll
I
continue.
got another question for you. Do you think in this industry men get more, more recognition, more recognized than women in the DJ world?
I will say in my industry, yes. And I'm pretty much, like I said earlier, urban gospel, inspirational in that industry I can speak of. Yes. And I think it's just because people gravitate to what they know. It's called like unconscious bias. So you just gravitate what you know. It's like you're in corporate America. And if you look a certain way, you're going to hire somebody that looks just like you. So I think because we're just now, as you said, we're just now coming up. Well, we've been around, but we're just now probably getting the respect that's deserved. So I think people don't see it a lot and they don't see it often. And I don't even know if it has to do anything with talent, but it's just they're not used to it. So I do think men get more opportunities. But I do think the gateways are opening. I'm starting to see a change. I'm starting to see women get a whole lot of more opportunities. Because in the urban gospel world, you don't see too many female rappers. You don't see too many female engineers. And that's probably industry wide. You don't see too many female DJs. And so I think we're starting to open up. And honestly, for my genres, not too many of us. I am one of very few female DJs who actually DJ and do radio. So I'm praying, hopefully I can even pave the way for more to come who are younger than me. So I just say the doors are opening.
Okay. All right.
So going back to radio personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go a little bit more into that and tell us what we can expect, especially for people who are watching this interview and are coming across you firsthand? Can you kind of tell them what they can experience when they tune into your radio show?
Sure. So my radio show is called The Mixtape with DJ Ms Eclectic. Pretty much my little 2 minutes of fame, 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. But it's pretty much an urban gospel mix show. I think there's a lot of people in my genre, they do like CHH, which is Christian hip hop, and there's a lot of old school gospel. Gospel is very slow to move. So like that same Kirk Franklin song you heard in 97, it might still be on a chart somewhere. It might be number 112, but it might still be on the charts. So gospel music moves at a slow pace. I love it. I'm a church kid, so I love gospel music. And so one of my things is I want to bring urban people in the mix, like people who are younger. I'm not a young adult anymore, but younger adults. Those who try to live right. I will just put this out, like I'm celibate. Ooh, Jesus, God bless us all. But people who are like me in my shoes, we're trying to do the right thing. We're trying to live right. We're trying to live like real Christians, And so it's just a platform for that, for us to be very transparent and open and for us to put those things out there. And it's for good music that people don't hear. Urban gospel doesn't get a lot of airplay on the radio, so I'm going to have that as my main platform too. So it's really good music and good conversation and just real Christians. I like to call myself a real Christian. I'm not perfect at all by absolutely no means. And I do drink wine. So the point is, I just for the real people. And I think really you can bring more people to Christ just by being real versus being fake and looking down on everybody. Too good for earthly goods. You can't be like that. So that's pretty much what my show is about, summed up.
Okay.
I love it. And congratulations.
Yes.
You have me over here just smiling like that girl there.
I know I need the Lord.
But I got a question. I got one more question for you on my end. Who are your top 3 DJs? I want to know that.
Oh gosh, really?
Yeah.
DJ Jazzy Jeff, man, he's just one of the best. I know it's probably cliche, but he is literally one of the best. Like he's one of the best to ever do it. For the women, I gotta go DJ Spinderella. She's classic. Yeah, she's classic. She's still doing her thing too. So I absolutely love it. Like I absolutely enjoyed her during quarantine. Like she still jams to this day. Third, I had to give it to one of my mentors. His name is DJ Soul. He is out of the DMV area. He is a dope turntablist. He'll mix any song as possible. He'll blend any song. He's got that Baltimore blend going. So I absolutely love him. Shout out to him, Praise 104 in DC area. So those are probably my top 3.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. I think it was DJ Spinderella's birthday too. What, yesterday or the day before yesterday?
I done missed my girl. Oh Lord. Okay, I'm about to tell her like
Yeah,
I know her. Like I'm about to call her and tell her happy birthday.
well, you can always shout her out, you know.
There you go. I'm gonna do that.
Go ahead, Mickey Monday.
It's all right. No, I'm actually in the DMV area, so I'll have to check out. You said DJ Soul, right?
Yeah, check him out, DJ
Okay.
Soul. He's on Praise 104, but he spins all music. He's pretty dope. Yeah, he's real dope.
Okay.
He's a really good DJ. He's one of them DJs been DJing since the 80s with the records. So much respect to all DJs who are turntablists. But yeah, he's a real cool dude. Yeah, check him out.
Definitely.
I think his Instagram is DJ Soul 73. That's my brother.
Okay.
Okay.
For sure. So outside of the urban market and the gospel market, what would you say is your favorite genre or subgenre to listen to outside of like urban music?
I am old school to the core. Like if I'm just listening, man, I'm listening to some Donny Hathaway. I'm listening to some Stevie Wonder. I'm listening to like all the old school songs. I'm listening to Al Green. Like I'm just but to spin, I like spinning like 80s not 80s so much, but 90s music. I love spinning 90s music. I'm an 80s kid, 90s baby, so I love spinning 90s music. So any SWV, I mean, Queen Latifah, I'm going old school, but yeah, I'm love spinning that type of music because that's my era.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Because when we be out, I got her on video now, Mickey Monday. She was moving. She was like, "Woo!" I said, "Look, I'm gonna get her in that spotlight." She be in her
man.
zone.
Oh, you got it.
She be in it.
Man.
I had to throw that out there. I had to throw it out
Call
there.
me out like that. Had to call me out.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Go ahead.
So just kind of going back to being, having so many, things under your belt. I mean, how do you find the time to kind of, I want to say, because you kind of, you kind of have a perfection or perfectionist, kind of mindset when it comes to having certain challenges in your different fields. So how do you go about distributing yourself amongst those things equally?
The first thing is, which I'm learning, is to distribute myself within myself and not distribute myself out so much. So, that's something, because I don't like to say no. I like to help everybody if possible, but I'm coming to a point where I can't perfect what I need to perfect, so I can help other people if I can't do it. So I've learned to say no. That has been probably one of my biggest challenges too. I don't like to say no. I like to make everybody happy, and I'm learning you really can't do that. So that's definitely number one. Number two is discipline. I literally have a schedule every day of what I have to go by, of what I have to do literally Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday. I try to have one day at least for rest, and I try to separate. Like I try to make myself sit down and watch TV. I don't watch a lot of TV or watch a 30-minute show. I really try to separate work and rest. It's really hard. But that's another thing that I do. And time management. I'm not a great time management person, but I've learned that if I separate all four of the things that I do, and that actually works for me. So pretty much, discipline and time management has to be in that, focusing on you. It's a time and season for everything. And I've learned that this is the time to focus on me. It's not being selfish. It's just perfecting what God has for me. Because I'm a team of one. I don't have a team. So it's me and God. We are a team. So when it's a team of one, it's hard to separate yourself and do other things. So it's been a challenging season, but it's been good. God is good. And it's been very rewarding. There are a lot of doors opening, so I can't complain.
Okay.
I gotcha.
That's good. I mean, and as far as whether the economy comes back to what it was before, and then things start really opening back up and things like that, then I'm pretty sure more opportunities will pop up for you, especially being a DJ. Because now in this day and age, you have to really find a way to still service your audience and keep them involved as well. So.
Absolutely. You got to stay relevant. If you don't go online or if you gone for a week, you gone. They're like, who's that? Who's it? I don't know who she is.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
So since it's oh my gosh, 8 months. We got another like 4 months left. Oh man,
It's crazy.
crazy. Yeah. So
Went
what's
fast.
yeah, it did. But I was gonna say, what's your favorite album that's come out this year so far? Because I'm a big music person, and I can see that you're a big music person too. So
Oh,
I
wow.
want to get your take on that.
Geez. What's my favorite album? I gotta say, it's an album I came across not too long ago, and it's so dope to me. I don't know if y'all ever heard. His name is Peter Cottontail.
Mm-mm.
This dude is dope. Like, I came across him, and I'm just gonna say, I was like, so where have I been? And the album came out this year. He's dope. I can't even tell you the name of the album. I cannot think of it right now. But he's like a Chance the Rapper slash. He throwing some gospel, but he's real, like a real Christian. Now he's so dope. I have to say that's probably one of my favorite albums this year. Is this dude
Okay.
named Peter
Oh, wow.
Cottontail. I was blown off. I was like, who is this dude? But he's so
You
dope. I
gotta
like finding rare artists too that people don't know a lot about. I'm not really into super mainstream.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Definitely send me something of
Yeah.
his and let me check it out.
I will. Yeah, it's dope. I was like, what? It's real dope.
Mm. But tell me, what's one fun fact about yourself?
Oh, a fun fact about me.
Mhm.
That's a hard one. Y'all have some good questions that I don't
Yeah.
be thinking of. Y'all be right, man. Listen, a fun fact about myself. I see I'm used to flipping. I'm used to being corporate American. I'm like, yeah, I DJ. You know, that's the fun fact. But this is flip. This is really flipped. I don't know what's
Okay, so let me kind of make it a little easier then.
Yeah, let me
What
give me let's maybe they'll come back.
Okay, so what is something that you're like really into, or something about yourself that people don't know? Like, it could be poetry that you do and people don't know about it, or you might like to write books. Read, any of that stuff, right?
I don't even know if I have a hobby because being a team of one, I think about it. I don't think I have. As I'm sitting here right now talking to y'all, I don't believe I have a hobby. I like traveling, and I've almost died several times in the water because I can't swim and I like to go in 40 feet deep of water. But other than that, I don't know if I have that is, as you say that is
Wow.
I don't know if I have a hobby. Lord, somebody pray for me. I don't think I do. I think traveling is my way to get away. So I absolutely love to travel. It's probably why I'm about to go crazy during this pandemic. But I can't say that I have another hobby outside of the 50 things that I do every day. I can't say there's anything else. That is crazy, right? I think I would just have to say traveling. I would say traveling would be my hobby. I don't know if it's a fun fact, but I can tell you about the time that I can't swim and I went snorkeling in 40 feet of water and almost died. And they were like, hey, the only sharks that are out here would be teethless sharks. And I was like, a toothless shark? Toothless sharks don't exist. Like the little string, like I was on the little, like the little Baywatch red thing. I was holding on hard. I was like, if I fall off this, I'm dead. Because I'm in the middle of a 40-foot ocean. The little thing hit my foot. I just knew it was a toothless shark and I almost died. But I'm still here today, and that's all that matters.
And you tried it out.
And I tried, and I'll do it again. I'm crazy. I'll do it again.
And I
swim to save my life.
That's crazy.
But then you was about to say something though when she was talking.
I was. What was I about to say? Oh, I mean, the fact that you don't have a hobby could be a good thing, because if you're working so much, then would you have time to?
That's a good thing.
Yeah. That's how I would see it.
I don't know if it's a good. It's good to get away though sometimes from yourself. It's probably. But maybe it is a good thing. I don't know. I may be almost a workaholic, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I think I've turned my hobbies into a career, and I think that's what it is. I've worked for corporate America for 10 years, and so I've switched and turned all of my hobbies into the career. So I think that's exactly what it is.
That's what it is.
So, being that you've switched your careers and you are now, using your hobbies as your career, what's one thing that you see a lot that is kind of throws you off kilter, but then also based on seeing that in your field of work, what would you give advice to, like aspiring DJs, voice actors, or, radio personalities, what would be something that you would give them based on what you've just experienced in those fields?
One thing I've noticed is routine. Like when you work for corporate America or you work for somebody, there's a routine. You get up, you go to work, you go in 8 hours, you come home. But you kind of have to set your own routine, when you work for yourself or you become an entrepreneur or whatever your craft is. You have to, that goes back to discipline. You really have to have a routine of, okay, I'm going to work from the hours of whatever your hours are. I'm working for hours 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever you're going to work, you have to be disciplined and work those hours. And again, and know how to cut off your rest time and your work time. Because I've noticed that people will call you any time of the day and any time of the night, and people don't respect your workspace. So when you're at a job, people respect your workspace. When they know you work from home, people will call you about work, but they don't respect work hours. So I think you've got to cut that off and make sure that people respect that. That's one thing I've really seen. And I've learned too, you got to be very assertive in what you do. There's a thin line in being assertive and mean, but you've got to be assertive and tell people where they can get on and get off, and there's no better term. So I've learned that too, especially when you're turning your hobby into career, because then you start charging for things you might have done for free before. And so you got to be assertive and say, hey, I can do this mix for you, but it's going to cost you. And I'll be very fair with you, but that's a major thing. Everybody wants something for free, but you've got to know what you're worth, and you've got to know that you put all this time and energy into your craft. So your craft is worth what you are. It's worth money.
Okay, now.
Okay. Yeah.
And there you have it.
I was
wow. I mean, she gave it to us for real. I was like, okay. She on it today.
Yeah, It's a good
But Mickey, do you have any other questions before we go into our trivia?
I don't, but I just want to say that I'm glad you were able to answer some of the questions that I've been asking, because I was really trying to throw some hard ones at you, and you didn't even
y'all both
threw
some hard ones. I was like, y'all done made me realize something about myself. Now I'm gonna go to counseling. Like, I don't have hobbies.
You're so bad.
Y'all have some really good questions. Really good questions.
You're so crazy. We do have two trivia questions for you.
Okay.
Mine is, if you had to live without one of these, which one would you choose? Would it be your phone, computer, or social media? I mean, phone, TV, or social media?
You can get rid of TV. I don't even watch TV. I don't have cable, none of the above. So you get the TV, I'm good. My phone, I'm probably looking at it all day. So yeah, I need that phone.
I should have stuck with phone, computer, and social media.
Well, you ain't lying, because then I'd have been lost.
All right, but we're going to switch that up. We're going to say phone, computer, and social media.
Ooh. You can't be, as we talked about relevance, you can't be relevant without social media. I can't really DJ without a computer. This is tough. So I need my phone to communicate.
One can't go without.
I would go. I probably would go without my phone, because internet, you could do everything on an internet call through the computer. So I go without my phone. I do my computer and social media, because social media, you got to stay relevant.
I got you.
This is a sad day and time. Yeah.
So my trivia question is, let's see. You could describe yourself in 3 words. What would they be?
Oh, they would be ambitious, caring, and I'm gonna put a dash in between this one, faith-driven. Probably those 3.
Okay.
I would say that.
Okay. And those, I mean, those are pretty self-explanatory. So.
Yes,
yeah.
It is. Yes, it is. Well, girl, I'm so proud of you, and congratulations on everything you have going on.
Thank you. I'm proud of you too, girl. You are doing it every time I turn on social media. You were at the top of my page. So, girl, you're doing so. I love it. I love this platform. I appreciate y'all for having me. I really, really do. I've enjoyed it. Y'all done threw me for a couple of loops. So many blessings on this show. I know it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. And before you get out, tell everybody where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. at DJ Ms Eclectic on all platforms. I'm really on Facebook and Instagram the most. I have a TikTok, but y'all's presidents get ready to take that away anyway. Not really on it either. So you go to my website, djmseclectic.com. So if you just type in DJ Ms Eclectic, it's across all platforms.
Please spell that out for everybody.
DJ Ms Eclectic.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, I want to say thanks for interviewing with us. I enjoyed you. You had me laughing the whole time.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed y'all too. This has been a fun interview. It's been a real fun one. It's not the regular questions I usually get, so I'm loving this. I might be stealing something. Don't worry about it. Well,
you have a happy Tuesday, lady. Be blessed.
All right, y'all too. Y'all have a happy Tuesday too. Appreciate it.
And before you go, when you say you don't have a team, ma'am, you do, because I am on your team. I'm number one. I am a fan. I am your supporter. So I am here for you. So
well, I appreciate that. And I appreciate all your support too. You always sharing stuff. When I first moved, I appreciate you being in the magazine. I really truly appreciate you. So I appreciate it.
That's crazy. All right, lady. You have a great one.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be blessed.
Thank you. You too.
One, two, three.